Well, now we're down in the trenches. This is where it's all really happening. This is where the real cool stuff is, because we've got the pro team manager, Clay. Mate, this is awesome. You look after all of the riders, don't you?
Yeah, so everyone from that we have at Fox, from the Shift guys, the Fox guys, to sometimes our European riders over to the mountain bike side.
Yeah.
Pretty much any athlete that the brand sponsors comes through here at some point.
So when we look at the racing out on the AMA and we go, oh, they've got new gear all the time, you're the one that delivers that gear.
Yes.
How hectic does your weekend get?
Real crazy. It gets insane sometimes. I've had pretty much, I'd say 50% of the race weekends, I don't usually sleep from Thursday night to Friday morning until I fly out. So it gets crazy sometimes, for sure.
And it's not just on the day. Like, take us through what happens during the week. How do you work out from, you know, Monday through to Friday, getting the gear right?
I think this whole process, the best way to look at what I do back here is I take whatever we did on the other side of the building, the product that a customer gets, and it's not about making it better, it's about making it personalized for each rider. The biggest thing that I have to really take into account once the season starts is it's all about making sure that the factory sends it on time for sublimated artwork, and then handling the sewing stuff. So what our seamers do, or sewers do, that's the biggest bulk of my work, is making sure that on Monday morning I get them a bunch of stuff to do, whether they're taking in the pant 1 inch or a 1/4 inch or whatever it is, that they're fixing the waist or adding in a tape to make it more rigid.
What happens with this riding gear after they're done? Because like, I think 3 sets for Roxon, 2 sets for most of the guys.
No, for sure.
What happens with all that riding gear? It's a lot of riding gear.
It's tons. I mean, we're talking 7,000 different units of total pant and jerseys for the entire year for our athletes. So most of it, like you said, a rider would typically get between 2 to 3 pants and 4 to 5 jerseys a race weekend. Most of the time, honestly, they'll give away a set or 2. So like a fan or something like that, they'll sign a jersey at the end of the day and give those away. I'll take back 1 just to have as a spare for next weekend's practice, and they'll wear that 1 more time. But then anything else spare that they have, I give it to them and they take it back home, they wash it, and that becomes their practice gear.
So how do we get signed gear?
Signed gear?
How's it work?
I mean, you gotta be really nice to me, maybe slide some money under the table. I mean, that's the only way to do it.
Credit card details are coming your way.
Exactly. Yep.
And what about riders? How are they when you turn up? Are they like, you know, for me, if you turn up with a bag of gear, you're like my best friend.
Right now, for me, like Marchbanks is really fun. Faulkner was really fun at the start too, because they're just so appreciative, you know? And it's like, oh my God, I get this cool stuff and the butt patches and everything like that. But it does fade off over time. It becomes a part of your normal life. It just becomes expected. So it's work. But it's fun when they're new. You know what I mean? Like when they don't expect it, that's when it's really great for me.
Yeah, that would be so much fun to see excitement out of their eyes. And thank you for taking us through all of this. It's been fantastic. You've got a pretty cool job there, mate. You get to meet all the stars and say hello to them, and there's a lot of people out there would envy you. Yeah, no, definitely I got to pinch myself, and probably worked and wanted to be in this job forever. So there's certain days where I'm getting yelled at by Roxon or something because a jersey didn't fit right. And I'm like, man, this sucks. But you go home and you think like, wow, like, you know, I was just a kid watching that race at one point. So it definitely settles in. You have to take a step back and think like, really, I get paid to make gear and go to races every weekend, and it's pretty fun.